The unprecedented heat smashed Canada's temperature record when the mercury hit 49 degrees Celsius. Cooling centres have been set up to give residents some respite from the sweltering heat, which is expected to last for several days yet.
Fuck this, man. Stay inside.
I'll fucking take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your hold or two. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently, thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
Alright, summer is here where the average temperature outside is 30 degrees. It's a good thing there's a lot of anime worth watching this season. It might not be the most packed season compared to spring in terms of quantity, but quality is always more important. Alright, the intros are really long, so let's just begin. I'm sorry, but since I didn't finish last season, I couldn't do a full analysis since I didn't want to spoil myself. It's one of the most popular shows this season, definitely watch it. Miss Kobayashi. I watched maybe 3 episodes of the first season, so I wasn't really excited when the new season was announced. However, after watching this episode, I get why people love this. The animation isn't sloppy, you get physiques that upset Twitter users, like seriously, it's worth the watch. Tante wa mo shindeyu. Nani? Okay, but like, I can't be the only one that reads a title like this. Honestly, it was a great episode, definitely one of the animes to watch this season. It also ends with this huge plot twist, if you ignore the title, of course. I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up with some Sherlock Holmes shit. Like the detective faked her death just to trap the main antagonist, something like that. Alright, this guy's already pissing me off. Just die already. There's no way this is gonna work, right? Alright, where's this damn truck? Vanitas no carte. I don't really have much to say on this. It's vampires and fronts. It's so safe and forgettable, but I am expecting a ton of yaoi from this.
I have a question for God. Why?
Bokutachi no Remake. It's an anime about game design I'm not really into. Oh. The plot is pretty simple. You follow a guy that regrets his life decisions, goes back in time before he picks his college, and instead of choosing the really safe path, he chooses the creative one. Isekai, check. RM genre, check. Good looking characters and colorful animation, check. Yeah, this one's gonna be a banger. Alright, I can actually learn from this. Know what the ladies want from a man. I kinda forgot this one, but Isekai, orphans, decent animation. Okay, this shit slaps, bro. Don't get intimidated by the art style. The studio is Madhouse, they don't really scrap. The episode is hard to explain since they deliberately hide the plot. But since this ain't an actual review, a school is floating in nothingness and a couple of students have superpowers. The episode captivated me so much that I couldn't find a joke except making fun of someone's appearance. Although there is this scene. Funny thing is, I actually read quite a bit of the manga expecting mature stuff to happen. Dropped it after 2 chapters. Please don't be the future of anime. The episode barely started and I'm already bored. The anime can be summarized in 4 words. Escape, fish, idol, yui. Just a little side note, it's not because I'm not interested that it's necessarily bad. It's just not my cup of tea. There's something familiar with the spin-off, but I can't quite put my hand on it. What's the studio's other work? Oh, so that's why. You follow the first season's plot in Miyuki's point of view. Peach Boy Riverside. The first half felt like I was watching a generic fantasy anime that would only please perverts. Oh, I mean, come on, look at that ass. I also thought she would be the best character until this One-san turned into a lolly. Second half happened, people died, weird creatures appeared, definitely a guilty pleasure for me. It's your typical comedy isekai, overpowered MC, not your average isekai story. Personally, it was pretty dull, but I mean, if it piqued your interest, watch it. I don't care. 100 men know stuff. Oh my god, this one was so painful to watch. If you prioritize this anime over something else, you're an absolute psychopath. Alright, let me just rate this real quick. Okay. It's a Shota living with Shotacons. In a few years, it'll be labeled as a classic. Trust me. Alright, so this isekai is a little different. It doesn't revolve around the main character being an otherworlder. It instead is just the story of a guy that runs a drugstore in a fantasy land helped by two cute girls. It's also actually pretty funny that they chose Kazuma's VA to voice this character.
別れちゃえばいいじゃないですか。
Okay, so watching this gave me flashbacks from the original VAs. I didn't know a prequel of this was released. You can ignore the tags and trust me. Rainbows and sunshine throughout the whole series. Recommended for all ages. No, but seriously, insanely good, and you might have actually saw scenes from this series if you follow anime for a while. It usually involves green-haired people being insane or lollies hurting each other. And if you can't stomach this, then you have no right to complain when every season's filled with isekais and bright colors. Oh? Successful guy gets isekai'd, starts from the bottom of a mining company. Remain. It's like Free except the guys aren't as good looking and they play water polo instead of swimming. That man is so handsome, what the fuck? I feel like it's gonna be slept on. The episode started off a little slow and the explanation in the beginning was badly executed, but it has the potential to be so good. It's a three-way battle between gods, demons, and humans. I had a grin on my face the whole episode. You follow a group of people in a life crisis working in a kids show. It was great in terms of comedy. It's probably the best one this season. It's also pretty relatable by showing you that you aren't alone in that certain situation. I don't know who they try to impress with that lame-ass fight, but I sure wasn't one of them. A for sure pass. Alright, survival games are always fun to watch. If you ignore the fact that the plot is similar to Danganronpa 3, you get something pretty decent. Akira uses his gamer powers to one-up his adversaries, and they have 5 seconds to prep before a battle. You don't always need a super elaborate plot to be entertaining. Like, do I really need to explain what Love Live is at this point? It's the anime with the Nico Nico Ni part. By the way, Love Live is so popular and they finally ditched the awful CGI. Nighthead 2041 is actually a good preview of what the future can be if all companies started to listen to every demands progressive groups suggest. No religion, no fantasy, no humor, just take everyone's freedom and nobody can offend anyone. Kageki Shoujo. It's actually pretty good. It's a girls drama with good animation. The reason why I won't continue watching is because I already have my fill of drama with my mom stories. I don't know what's happening. A CG show and in barf. The plot is pretty much like Persona. The good guys fight people's desires. It's incredibly cheesy, but if I came across it while flipping channels, I'd watch it. This is the second season of a romance anime with a hint of ecchi. Just a hint. Love triangle, blah blah blah, just get naked. And for the rest, I ain't watching it. There's like 2 onas I'll watch, and there's a bunch of movies to anticipate. So I hope I gave you a good preview of what anime to watch this season, and yeah.